So let's begin today's journey. Stick with me till the end and do not forget to comment to help us bring you more wonderful insights of Bhagavad Gita.
The Bhagavad Gita reveals the architecture of the Absolute. 5 eternal truths: God, the soul, nature, time.
Most of us feel bound by the past, that every choice creates a debt of action and reaction we can never quite outrun. The Bhagavad Gita addresses this by outlining a structural map of reality, an ancient breakdown of the forces that govern human existence. This map identifies 5 distinct truths comprising the cosmos: Īśvara, Jīva, Prakṛti, Kāla, and karma. 4 are absolute, eternal pillars of the universe, but the 5th, karma, is transient. It is the only variable in the system subject to change. By understanding how these 5 pieces interact, we can identify the specific points where the cycle of action can be broken, allowing us to alter our trajectory and achieve liberation. To see why karma is the weak link in the chain, we have to plot these 5 truths across 2 axes: their duration, whether they are eternal or temporary, and their nature, whether they are conscious spirit or unconscious matter. First is Īśvara, the supreme controller. He is the independent source of the universe, possessing infinite consciousness and directing the cosmic manifestation. In our matrix, Īśvara is the anchor, eternal and supremely conscious. Alongside Īśvara is the Jīva, the individual living being. Like a single drop of ocean water, the Jīva shares the spiritual quality of the Supreme, but in a minute quantity. While both are eternal spirit, the Jīva's localized, limited consciousness means its natural position is to be guided and controlled by the Supreme. Now we move to the unconscious side of reality. This is Prakṛti, or material nature. It is the physical universe, real and eternal as a cycle, but lacking any consciousness of its own. Prakṛti operates through 3 modes: ignorance, passion, and goodness. These modes act as the mechanical field of action, providing the physical bodies and surroundings for the Jīvas. Driving this physical field is Kāla, or eternal time. It is the unconscious force that enforces change, causing the creation, growth, and eventual decay of everything within the material world. This brings us to karma. When the conscious Jīva interacts with the unconscious modes of Prakṛti under the pressure of time, it generates a chain of cause and effect. But look at its position. Karma is the outlier. It is the only truth in this entire cosmic structure that is transient and mutable. Because karma is a mechanical byproduct of these other eternal forces, it can be dismantled by changing how the Jīva interacts with the rest of the system. The Gita explains that because karma is not eternal, the reactions of a lifetime can be dissolved by the fire of knowledge. This knowledge isn't an abstract theory. It is the realization of the Jīva's actual relationship to Īśvara. By understanding our position as eternal servants rather than independent masters, we stop the generation of new reactions. One must rise from ignorance and passion into the mode of goodness to see clearly, but the goal is to transcend even that, reaching a state of pure goodness where the soul acts solely out of devotion. At this level of surrender, Īśvara makes a definitive promise. He takes responsibility for the Jīva's past debts, effectively neutralizing all sinful reactions through his grace. Liberation, therefore, is not a struggle against the laws of nature. It is the act of aligning our minute consciousness with the Supreme Controller to dissolve the weight of the past. This shift begins with practical, daily habits that reorient our relationship with the material world. We can begin by double-tailing our work, performing our professional duties not for personal profit, but as a service. By detaching ourselves from the results of our labor, we stop the mechanical accumulation of new karma. Even eating becomes a spiritual act. By offering food to the Lord before we eat, we transform a physical necessity into sanctified remnants, which purifies our existence and immunizes us against material contamination. When we engage our senses, our sight, touch, and hearing, in focused devotional service, we provide the mind with a higher taste that replaces material desire. The most direct method for this is chanting the Maha Mantra. Because the name of the Lord is non-different from the Lord himself, this sound vibration bypasses the unconscious modes of nature. It places the Jīva in direct contact with Īśvara, acting as a cleansing agent that dissolves the material reactions covering the soul. Through this combination of knowledge and practice, we stop the gears of cause and effect. We erase our temporary chains and align our localized consciousness with the Absolute, stepping out of illusion and into eternal joy.
Thank you for joining me on this journey. Your support means the world to me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.